We live.
All right.
Hey community, how you doing? We're going live right now. We appreciate your time. This is Mike McGee Jr. I have with me my big sister right here, Michelle Pitts Lucky. And on the video we have brother Nate Lucky, just to keep it real with you. So we just having a community discussion about a few things that's going on in our community. 3 of them in particular. 2 of them have something to do with our mental state, which is the homicides in the community. We talked about that. We talked about just your business alone, how many homicides you handle a year, and for the years that we've been just having these issues. Then the issue that the parents or the loved ones have, like a mother, for instance, that lose their child, go through such a mental transformation that affects them so much spiritually and mentally. And just I want to ask you, Dad in particular, how do you deal with the mothers that are in so much pain?
Oh gosh, dealing with the mothers, a lot of times it's very difficult because you're not only dealing with the mother, you're dealing with the sisters, the brothers, the aunts and uncles, and sometimes even their children. A lot of them have children as well, and so you lose a lot. You lose a lot. There's an entire generation that I would have to say, outside of just that one individual that you lose. You lose everybody. You lose not even the family, but you lose the victim himself. You even lose the individual that committed the crime. You lose them. You lose their family. So you're losing a lot of people along the way. It's not just that one. If people would just look at it that way, that you're losing an entire generation of people, it becomes a whole different it becomes a whole different understanding.
And then the mental health issues that, see, I had a mother with me the other day. We went to the Nation of Islam with Brother Muhammad. Shout out to the Nation of Islam, the 10,000 Fearless. And then also we went to St. Timothy's Church with Pastor Moses Fuller. And it was her birthday, but she lost her son, who was Stacy. And anybody who knew Ace from Ace Up Car Wash, he was killed in front of his daughter some years ago, over 12 years ago, on 27. This is an example of what happens, microcosm. So his brother has lost it, named Dre. We live, so it's all good. We live, y'all. That's good. So she lost her son, who's still living too, because he psychologically couldn't handle it no more when his brother died. She said that it hurts her every day when she thinks about it. So she was talking about mental health. Like, what can we do to really help our people with our mental health? And spirituality is our main thing, is to go to God, really, and to have a relationship with the Lord, because he's the Lord of all things, and he's in control. But then also we have people on the, do you deal with any professionals when it comes to mental health, or what kind of ministry do you do with all the issues that people have after? Because think about all the people you buried, then their families that you have relationships with over the years. How does that do?
You know, I would have to say that a lot of times, and this is with a lot of families, a lot of times on the professional level, there's not, no, we don't see that a lot. We don't see that a lot.
Not the connection.
No, the connection is not there. I don't know if it's because the awareness is not out there. And I think about it this way, whereas when something happens in the public school system out in the suburban area, right away they bring in psychologists, grief counseling. They bring in this entire group of people that comes in to assist the entire school. But then in our city, we're losing our children on a daily basis. But you don't hear about this. Let us bring in grief counselors, and you just don't hear it. It's something that we need to step out and do. And if we don't step out and do it in our own community, then we're not going to get it. We have to step out and heal our own community.
So let's talk about this then. And on another, just shifting lanes, switching lanes, is you do so much for the community that people don't understand or realize, as far as sponsoring different events that help to empower the community. I personally had things that you've done. We did a DVD together for fitness and health, because we want people to live, not die.
Exactly.
And that's a great thing. So you are part of a movement of people who are thinking that, hey, we need to take over AfroFest. We need to do for ourselves when it comes to our failure for African World Festival. We haven't had the festival in a few years.
Right.
And so we have to get with the mayor, for one, to decide, is he going to support the African World Festival down at the lakefront? And if he's not going to support it, we have to find a way of taking it ourselves, to, if it's to Washington Park, if it's to the streets. But you were talking about us coming together. We talked about it this morning.
Right.
Coming together and unifying and putting money together to make it happen.
And that's one of the things that we have to have. We don't have the dollars that we had many years ago when we had companies like Miller Brewing and Pabst. The Pabst company would donate thousands of dollars to help make it happen.
Right.
But now we're looking at the smaller people to try and reach out to rebuild our community. But we first have to get the message out there. I did hear that there is someone else out there that's trying to work on making it happen, but I don't know anything about it. But I think it needs to be told to the entire community, because there are people out there. If we put our dollars together, I say dollars, I literally mean dollars. If each and every individual would give $1, and of course some would have to give more than $1 because some won't pay at all. But if each and every individual would even think of just doing something to reach out into our community, to help our community, then we could make a difference. And I thought about it this morning as I began to think about it. The song came to me, Ain't No Stopping Us Now. That was my song back in the day. Ain't no stopping us now. And if we would just get on the move, do you realize that there would not be any stopping us now? Because we have so much going on. We have thousands of different events that's taking place. I mean, we have it with our children. We have fashion shows. We have gospel events. We have block parties. We have all types of events that's happening. And we have leaders that's making this happen. And if we take this one leader from each group, and the leader, because all leaders have followers, they have lots of followers. We will come together and collaborate to make this happen. There is no reason on this earth that it wouldn't happen, because at one point Milwaukee was #1 when it came up to African World Festival. We were #1 fest in the country. And so we need to bring it back. Milwaukee, it's our responsibility, and it's nobody else's responsibility. It's our time, our turn. Yes, they said we were #1 on the negative, but the real deal is we're #1 on the positive. We just got to step out there and make it happen.
You heard it from the sister. So we'll talk to you again in the future. God bless and appreciate you. Peace.